72 hours. The Lions made me cry. Did anybody bawl crying or know somebody that did when the Lions lost on Saturday night, other than Dan Campbell? We're going to talk about that coming up here in the next 30 minutes. So that's all on the way in the next 30 minutes. Am I the A-holes in an hour from now? Stick around for that. It's Mojo in the Morning Show. So, Shannon, your husband started a new job, and you say that that job has now made you a little jealous.
I feel like this makes me sound kind of crazy, which...
Why?
Yeah.
This does?
But I don't think that this is uncommon. So this has definitely been an issue in my house for the past 2 weeks because that's how long he's had this job. So I think he's going on week 3, if I'm thinking about this correctly. First off, I have to say Wes is in love with his new job, which really does make me so happy. He feels like he is valued. He loves his team. He loves the work that he is doing. He loves like his vision that he has for the company and what he can do for the company. And so as his wife, I am very excited and very happy and very proud of him.
That's awesome.
But it is awesome. But if I am
as a guy, every guy would, and I love when Chelsea tells me like I'm proud of you or I'm happy for,
and
like,
I am so damn proud of him.
There's something about that. Like you understand when you tell him that makes him probably go to work going, man, this is awesome. I got a wife at home supporting me.
And to see him come home and he's happy.
Yeah.
Like he's so, and I haven't in the years that I have dated and been married to him, I haven't seen that. And so I feel like that was part of the reason that I had kept this in for a little while because I see his happiness and I am proud, but I was wrestling with this part of me that is like kind of jealous and nervous about this new job. And for a lot of reasons. Selfishly, he's not as available as he was when he was working remotely.
Hate that.
Because his other job and what I've been used to since we started dating was Wes being available to text or to call or to go out to lunch all day long. Well, that's changed because now he's in the office and he's in meetings. And so like I'll send him a text and sometimes he'll go hours without responding to me. And he's like, Shan, I literally had like back-to-back meetings. And I have to understand that. That's normal, right? But I was not used to it.
I have 2 friends that went back to the office, and it is wild how different your relationship becomes when you don't have that accessibility to them all the time. So I can't imagine being married to that person.
Yeah, it's just, that was different. Yeah. And then just people in general, and I have admitted before, and I am admitting again, I am a very jealous, nervous person when it comes to specifically other women that I don't know or have not met yet. And so in my head, like he's talking about all these people that he's working with, and I am creating situations that I am blowing out of proportion day after day after day and taking them out on Wes when literally nothing has happened for no reason. And so I think he could kind of feel that tension. And so the other night I finally admitted to him like all of these thoughts and all of the things that I was fearful of. And we had a great conversation about it. But he was like, instead of being a jerk to me and making up and blowing out of proportion these situations in your head, like please, and it was such a lesson learned for me, like please just come to me and be vulnerable and open about the way that you're feeling.
Can I ask a question that I really want you to be honest about, though?
Yeah.
Is Wes jealous of me around here?
No.
No!
I'm sorry.
Well, my heart's broken. I wish him the worst.
But it's been a thing. It's just a thing. And I think Mojo, you've admitted too, like you can be a jealous person. And it was like wrecking me.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know, like there was nothing that happened. There was none of it. And I felt better after I met everybody because I did meet the majority or like a good chunk of his team. I have like dry mouth. That's how nervous I am talking about this. I met the majority of his team at the auto show when we went to the charity preview.
Yeah.
And it was better to like get to talk to everybody and like get to know everybody and meet everybody. Like that made me feel better.
It's funny. Yeah. First off, my buddy Chris Tabaya was telling me that he knows Wes's boss really well. And he says that it's like the greatest group of people ever. They're like So I don't know, what even Wes does because we think that Wes is
Jason
secret
Bourne.
agent.
MI6.
But he is in good hands because if Chris Tobias says that they're great people, then they're great people because Chris Tobias is a great person. So that's cool. But I am a jealous person, just like you are, Shannon. And it's funny because here we are in an occupation where you think our spouses would be jealous because we get, a lot of times people saying nice things about us.
Apparently not.
Well, Shannon and I do. So, and Kevin. No, Megan, you are do too. But it's a jealous occupation. But it's funny when we're jealous because it almost shows you the insecurities that we all have.
Oh, and I have so many insecurities. And Mojo, I almost said Tom. And Mojo, that was part of our conversation that we had. He was like, "Do you even understand how it is being me with you as my wife? Like it's so hard." And so it was a really good discussion. I felt, and I still feel stupid about it, but it's truly how I feel.
I think anytime you are married or you're in a relationship with somebody that you really care for and you really see their value and you're in love with that person, that's something that you don't want anybody else to see.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And you feel super protective
I am
of
so
that.
overprotective.
Yeah.
I am.
I think we project a little bit too sometimes.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was doing.
Real quick, I love people are calling with advice. I'm going to grab those. I want people who are jealous of their spouse's occupation to call us up. I want you to call us up and I want you to tell us, what does your spouse do and why are you jealous of their occupation? And then secondly, Chris Tobias, if you can call Wes's boss, and I would like to find out how hot the girls are that work at Wes's office. I'd like to see what they look like too. Sorry, Chelsea. I'm just kidding when I say that. That's a joke. That's a radio joke.
But to your point, I actually think there are some careers that I would say are off the table for dating because of this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I had a buddy, the Manic Hispanic, James Rivas, the Manic Hispanic. He's on now in Phoenix. I worked with him in Tucson. He dated a stripper from 10 strip club. I never could understand dating a stripper. Like to me, and he would like bring her dinner at the strip club and she'd meet him in the back parking lot. I'm like going, you're crazy that you date a stripper.
I weirdly enough don't find that problematic or like a deal breaker because I don't think she feels like, oh my God, these guys love me. It's more like, all right, I'll take your money. You know what I mean?
Occupation would be then jealous for
like
you?
What would make you jealous?
Pilots.
Yeah.
Really?
I would never date a pilot. No.
Actually, I'm with you.
Yeah, they cheat all the time.
My mind would be going 1,000,000 miles per hour all the time.
For sure.
Strip clubs got the best food, though. Why was he bringing her dinner?
Because I don't think that they like to eat the steak.
I love that he's trying to
time.
poke holes in his story.
Like the lamb chops I've heard are delicious.
Is it Carlos there with us? Hi, Carlos.
Hey, guys. Hello.
Hey, what's
Good
going on?
morning.
You wanted to say something to Shannon. I want to make sure I picked you up.
Yeah. You know, our imagination can destroy relationships and marriages. Our imagination, but as long as you keep great communication with Wes, and you make sure you guys are always baking cookies, you'll never feel threatened. You'll never feel threatened about these women that you don't know or that he's with at work. Keep communication and keep baking cookies.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like I said, it's a huge lesson learned for me because I do tend to keep things in, but then like it's like a snowball that turns into an avalanche in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So as long as Wes is getting a little loving every now and again, meet him in the parking lot of this new place.
No.
Do you know where? By the way, where is this place? Is it a place that has like good sexy parking lots?
I have not been to the new office, but I know exactly where it is. I don't know that I would call the parking lot sexy, but it's a parking lot.
I was trying to explain to Chelsea how different the places that we work in, a parking lot we work in.
Our parking lot is not sexy parking lot.
There's nothing sexy. I told her, I said, there's meat
a
packing.
slaughterhouse right across the street.
Slaughterhouse right next door.
And people are
I said it
into
would
that.
not be romantic for
Chains
her to
and
come down.
Whips Excite Me was a very popular song.
Amanda, what's going on, Amanda? Hi, Amanda. You're there. Hold on. Let me get you. Amanda, there you go. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, what's going on?
Hello. Shannon, I completely get what you're saying. My boyfriend is a tattoo artist, and so I had to become very comfortable with him potentially seeing women in very, revealing ways.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And communication is huge. I told him from the beginning, hey, past insecurities I'm working on. If you could show me some grace and help me through it, I'll be asking questions. I'll just, I'll just need a little reassurance, I guess.
Here's
and
a
he's
question.
been completely wonderful about it.
Here's a question to ask you. If he does a tattoo and it's in an intimate spot on a female, does he have to tell you ahead of time that he has done that?
Heck, absolutely not. No, I don't care. He does pretty much tell me, like, 'cause, it's his work day, so hey, how's work going? It's good. I tattooed this. And he'll send me a picture. But then at the end of the day, I'm sorry?
What's the one spot, though, that you get a little worked up at that he's done it?
I don't.
Maybe not told him. Does he
I
ever
don't,
do?
because at the end of the day, this mindset switch, those girls, their tattoos are paying for what I want.
Exactly.
They're paying for my date night. They're paying for my dinners.
Then tell me I just want to know, where's the most interesting spot that he's tattooed on a person's body?
There really hasn't been anything super crazy. Not since we've been together.
Lucky.
It's all
Or
just
that
the
he's not
normal
told you.
hands, neck.
Stop.
I wouldn't tell her either.
No, he'll tell me.
No,
No,
don't
it's
they
not
want to
that
brag
deep.
about it because it is wild.
Not to your girl, though.
And his art, his work is stunning. I would love to tell you his name, but I don't want to do that without his permission. His work is stunning, absolutely beautiful.
Has he ever
He puts
texted
that on a
you?
girl's butt, and I don't care.
Has he ever texted you a picture and been like, this idea was terrible. This is the ugliest thing I've
course.
ever
Oh, yeah.
tattooed.
Oh,
I
yeah. There was a
guarantee you.
piece he just did like 2 days ago. The style.
Okay,
But it was-
don't.
Oh, sorry,
All right.
sorry. My bad.
It's okay. We caught you.
That's okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, so it was a nicely done piece, but yeah,
All right.
we talk about him.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it. Othniel text us what his name is. Ari, what's up? It's Mojo in the morning. Shannon just told us that she gets a little jealous of Wes's new job. What's going on?
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Good morning.
No, so my husband owns a parking lot, and he always gets to be at the tailgating events and doing all the things. And I just get so mad because I'm just at home, and I want to do stuff, and he's really a homebody. So it's like, if you're a homebody, but you get to be at the events, that's not fair.
Oh, so you get jealous not of women that
Get
he's
jealous of
working
fun.
with. Yeah.
Yes, because
Gets
I
out
know
of the
you're not
house.
working that whole time.
That's interesting that you say that because I wonder how many times that there are people that are jealous of the fact that their spouse gets to go out and about doing things. Like Kev would be somebody I'd be wondering would be a jealous thing because he's always doing events. So
I've had conversations.
Oh boy. All right.
I've had those conversations until that partner goes out to the events with me and they go, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not jealous
I'll tell
anymore.
you, our pajama parties were not the greatest back in the day. Those were always not very fun things for spouses to have to go, know that we were going to. Although if they go to them, they realize they almost become more work for us than they are fun for us, to do some of those events.
Yeah.
Mandy, what's up, Mandy?
Hi, yes. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Mandy's on the vote.
Yeah, so I wanted to comment on the job thing. So my fiance, he's a bank executive for a very well-known bank, and he's only 38 years old, so he's way ahead of his time. He and I work in a doctor's office. I'm a practice manager, and so we both have very, very good jobs. But the reason I'm jealous is because, and I don't know if you guys know anything about the banking industry, but they get like so many holidays off for one.
Yeah.
They get so much time off, and, the doctor's office doesn't close for anybody. We always got sick people, so we always got to take care of business. But aside from that, he gets to work remote whenever he chooses to. So that's another jealous thing because I'm in the office straight 8 to 5 every day, Monday through Friday. He also gets paid like double what I get paid, but I do a ton more work than he does. So that's the big jealousy there. Aside from that, I'm really happy for him. I'm proud of him. He's come a long way. And we're both doing great. So
my favorite is that you've just listed 5 things that you're jealous of, but aside from that,
but it's great.
I like how you're talking. It's almost like you're trying to convince yourself that everything is really good, that I really enjoy it. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the call. And bankers' hours are truly a thing there. Lindsay, I could be. This would make me jealous. I don't know if I could deal with it if my spouse did this as their occupation. Lindsay, what does yours do?
Mine is a personal trainer.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, it can be really tough.
Do you think that? Do you think he gets a little close with the people that he trains?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's part of the job. It's just something that I try not to think about. I listen to, some of his stories, listen to his work day, but I just ask him not to share, too many details.
Can I ask a question, though? Who can afford personal training other than old people?
No.
Anyways.
How
about
rich
girls from Boyfield Hills?
I was just going to say, yep, it's the rich girls.
Girl, get on YouTube and follow a video online. Who is paying for a trainer in today's day and age?
I hear you. Girl, I hear you.
Have you seen the price of groceries?
Lindsay, let me ask you, when you tell him you don't want to hear stories, you hear stories. What's the worst story that really bothered you the most?
I mean, it's fairly new, so I haven't heard too many. I mean, unfortunately, I know what they look like, so that's just the hardest part. I can just picture, my mind is my own worst enemy,
yes,
honestly.
Same.
Picture
that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yep.
How many times have you called the women that he's trained skinny bitches?
Oh, at least once a day.
Do you have a membership at the gym that he trains at?
So I don't want to share too many details just because he doesn't train at a gym. He trains privately.
Dang, so you can't even go on a treadmill and watch the whole time.
It's okay. I'm afraid to share too much on the air, but yeah, I can essentially hear everything that goes on.
Oh my God!
Oh, this is so good. You
have
my
to DM ear would be to the damn door
the whole day.
I've had to start seeing my therapist again because of it.
Oh, girl.
Other women are in your house grunting and groaning. That would bother me. Oh my gosh.
But then I think about it if I was there and there would be a lot of grunting and groaning, but not in the cute, hot way, but in the desperate, I'm so out of shape way.
The good thing, though, the good thing is it's in your house, though. I'd rather have it in your house than their house,
true.
Right?
Yeah, yes, that's true. That is true. I can be thankful for that.
Lindsay, you're not crazy, by the way. I'd be jealous of that, too. Thank you for the call.
Thank you so much. Yeah, take care, guys.
You too.
Stephanie's boyfriend is in a band, and girls throw panties at him all the time, don't they, Stephanie? Hi, Steph.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, they kind of, yeah. So my boyfriend is in a 80s rock hair band.
Oh.
And so the girls, when they get a couple drinks in them, are just wild. Like, if it's Def Leppard or, some other kind of just crazy, sexual song, these girls are... And he's the lead guitarist, and he's really, really good. And he's the only one that doesn't wear a wig in the band.
Natural.
These girls are just throwing themselves at him.
No, not the 80s hair band.
Is he in the mega 80s?
No.
Okay.
I've
He's
seen
in
them
a different one. If I say the band name, they'll know.
Are the women that are fans? Are the women that are fans menopausal women?
Yeah, they
or are
have
they,
to be.
There's a ton. There's a ton. But then there's the really young girls too, and I'm typically always at the shows, and so he'll to do a power move just to be like, no, I got it, girl. He'll bend down on stage to give me a kiss in front of all of them.
No.
Have you ever returned a girl's panties to her that she threw?
It was pretty close a couple weeks ago. This girl was just nonstop, and I had to step in a little, and I try not to do that because you can't be like that to your fans. He can't be like that to his fans.
Yeah. Stephanie,
rude.
that is a bad move.
Yeah.
It's a bad move for him to kiss you. If he's kissing you, these girls are all thinking you're a random that's in the audience if he doesn't say, this is my wife and I'm kissing my wife. You can't have him do stuff like that.
Or what if you threw your like really gross old sports bra and say like, yeah, he still chooses me. He chose that.
I could, honestly. It's really funny after the shows. They'd be like the meet and greets or whatever, and these girls are just like touching him and all over him. So it can be a little much, but I know it comes with the territory. So it's a little hard, but there's just the girls that sometimes are relentless, and they're like, I'm drunk and I'm gonna get him.
We love you,
your voice. That's so good.
Thank you for the call.
Dear Shannon, I love you. I can't believe how much I'm not sick of you. Love, Deep Voice Guy. On Mojo in the Morning.
All right. It's Mojo in the Morning. Kevin, you want to know what we all would do and what our listeners would do if we were this friend. Are we the friend that would have our friends back? What's going on? It's Mojo in the Morning.
I witnessed 2 bad friend moments in the previous 2 Pistons games, and both of them I'm kind of questioning the level of friendship in the friendship because they acted improperly in my mind. So the first time this guy was heckling one of the players, and players, sometimes they'll take it, sometimes they'll talk back to the individual, or in this case, they told the referee, hey, this guy's saying a little too much. Let's get him out of here. So the referee and the security comes over to the fan, tells the fan, hey, you got to leave. The fan leaves. His boy is watching the whole thing, literally eating popcorn, drinking his drink, and watches his friend get escorted away and sits there and watches the remainder of the game. This is like the second quarter. His friend is gone. I don't know if he left or whatever the case may be, but he never returned to his seat. So I'm like, okay, I don't know about that situation. The second situation, this is Kev being nice, and I got to stop this. Dude came up to me and was like, hey, bro, I don't know if you got any pull, but like our seat's all the way up there. Can you get us closer? I was like, all right, whatever. Let me see. Talked to the security guard. Courtside was like a little light that game. So I asked one of the people, can these 2 come down? She like, whatever. She put them on the floor.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy, get a little too into the moment. And in order for you to gain access to the courtside club where they have drinks and stuff, you have to get a wristband. I guess he didn't know that. So he tries to walk through there instead of just chilling in his seats and being appreciative of the experience. He tried to get the full Nelson. So he tried to go in there, and security like, nah, bro. Matter of fact, where your ticket at? He like, then it turns into a thing. He pointing at me. I'm like, yeah.
Wait, that's the worst.
They tell him he got to leave. So when he come up and leave, he's standing next to me. I'm like, hey, bro, you messed up the vibes. Like, I told you, da-da-da-da-da. Security come over, they have a longer conversation. He like, but my friend right there, he's chilling. Da, da, da. Then they go tap his friend on the shoulder and say, you got to leave too. So I'm seeing these 2 friend moments.
So he
like
told on his friend.
Snitched on the homie who was chilling there.
Kevin, so question. If you were the friend in the first scenario, that was the friend sitting there minding your business and not heckling the player, which, by the way, it's amazing how soft NBA players have gotten lately, where they're telling security, kick these people out. Back in the day when Chauncey and Rasheed and those guys were doing it, they just ignored that crap. These players nowadays, man, it's like they get all crazy and they make people throw them out. I think it's all because of, the Golden State Warriors made everybody soft. But needless to say, if you were the friend sitting in the seat not doing anything, you don't want to leave in the second quarter of a game.
I'm with you. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I matter of fact, if I was the friend getting kicked out, I'd be standing out in the cold on a day like today, waiting for my friend to come out and get me, or I'd have to go Uber myself back home or something like that.
That's a question. Who drove?
Yeah, that is.
Or do you think that the friend texted him and said, "Stay in your seat, like I'm okay for a minute"?
Hopefully,
in the first scenario,
that would have been great,
and that's why he stayed.
That would have been a good friend thing.
Because I feel like anybody would have gotten up and gone with their friend. No? Okay, based on you two, never mind.
I don't know.
I would
no. Girls would.
You wouldn't.
Guys would.
Yeah, I would absolutely. You wouldn't get up.
I don't know.
If I got kicked out, you would sit your butt there.
Are we going home or are we going to go do something else?
we're going to do something else.
Then I'll go with you. I'll go with you.
You're out for the night.
But guys, it's second quarter of the game.
It's
the game
early.
just started.
But also,
First off, I don't want to be at the
basketball
game.
Y'all gotta relax. Okay, it's an 80s hair show.
No, go on hard pass.
If it's a musical.
It's wicked.
I was gonna say, the only thing I'm really staying for is like Harry Styles. Like if you get kicked out, that's how you boo.
All right. Here's the other question. What do you think about the friend that says, that's my friend there, when he's getting kicked out and gets his friend that's actually behaving himself kicked out? I think that guy's a bigger douchebag than even the first guy for, sitting in his seat. I think that's a douche move.
Crazy snitch. I'll never forget his face.
844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548 is our telephone number. I want you to call out the bad friend. I want you to call out the person that was the really, really bad friend in your situation and tell us what happened. Like have you ever had a friend that, told on you, that narked on you for something?
Bruh, listen, I'll give you a situation. I ain't gonna say his name, but every time he bring up this situation, I'll never forget this. He's still my homie, but let me tell you the situation. So we about to go out for the night, right? We just leave the weed spot, right? This is back before it was all like regulated and back when I used to smoke.
Yeah.
So I cop, right? I throw it in the side compartment of the door, right? Long story short, we get pulled over. So we get flicked. The police come. They go on both sides of us. The police on his side, I guess, ask him like, what y'all about to do? What's going on? Da, 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 da. Then he tell him like, do you smoke? He like, no, but he do. And point at me. I'm like, yo. Then my guy's like, he see the relos in the side. He like, so do you? I'm like, yes, officer, I do, but I go to Wayne State. I'm majoring in broadcast journalism. He let us go, long story short. But I was like,
called you right out.
Right here, bro. They snitched on me.
But if your friend is narking, they're not a friend.
I feel you. But sometimes people get super nervous in situations.
Doesn't matter. Not a friend.
I feel you. I feel you. But,
my buddy Tom Barrett was the friend that we did some crazy crap when we were younger, and the cops came to his house because he was driving the car, and they said, who was in the car with you? He went to jail, or not, didn't go full jail. He went there and got questioned, did not tell on us. He went all the way there, and they said, well, who else was in the car? Because we know that there were other people in the car. He goes, it was just me. And they were like, no, they witnessed other people in the car. Never said a word. That's a good friend.
Held it down.
Tom Barrett. Remember that name. What's going on, Stacy? How you doing? Hi, Stacy.
Hi. So about 15 years ago, this was back before Uber was even a thing, I was at the bar and I drank too much, so I called my roommate and asked her if she would pick me up, and she said no. So I ended up sleeping in my car outside the bar.
Oh, man.
She made you. So wait, you were drunk. You were calling for a friend's help, and she was going to say no to you. And who knows if you would not have been smart enough to stay in the car and not go for a ride.
Right. Yep. She said no, that she was already asleep. So I stayed in my car.
Hopefully you're not still friends. You're not still friends with her, are you?
I'm not still friends with her. We lived together at the time also, and I ended up just finishing paying, like, I moved out. Like, it was horrible.
That's horrible. That is, by the way, that's not a friend. You know, a friend is a person that will keep you from getting a DUI and keep others from getting hurt. Denny, let's go to Denny. What's going on? Appreciate your phone call, Stacy. What's going on, Denny?
Hey, good morning, guys. You guys are not going to like me for sure. I'm actually the one that snitched on my cousin.
What happened?
Snitched? Is that what you said?
Yeah, we were all, this is a long time ago, we're in crappy cars. We tried to race each other at one point. I get pulled over, and my cousin slows down, so he's behind me. And when I get pulled over, the cop is giving me a ticket. He passes by laughing at me and pointing at me. So I told him, hey, you see that car that just passed? Me and him were racing. I'm about to meet him up at the bowling alley. He followed me to the bowling alley.
Why did you do that?
He's like, get a ticket.
Oh,
bro.
Your own flesh and blood.
Dirty.
We still laugh about it till today.
That's
Daddy.
dirty.
What are you? What nationality are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Chaldean.
Oh, man. If any Chaldeans that are... Everybody's your cousin if they're Chaldean. Remember this guy. Remember this guy.
Dirty Denny.
Dirty Denny.
Yeah, goodbye, guys. Love you guys.
Love you too.
See you, bro. What's going on? Wanda, what's going on, Wanda?
Hey, years ago, I was on my 15th birthday, Me and my friend were in Kmart, and we were stealing. And she got caught. And when she got caught, she told him, she pointed to me and said, she got something too.
Oh!
And I got in trouble just like she did.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro.
Give her a boo. Boo!
Wow.
Come on, Wanda. Let me hear you boo her. Boo!
Boo, 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 boo.
Bro,
Ben
Wanda.
cannot.
What's her name? Call her name out right now.
Shanae Thomas.
Hey, first and last. Snitching, Shanae.
We love you, Shanae.
Get stitches. I love it, Wanda.
All right.
Take care of yourself. God, I miss
Yeah,
Kmart. What's up, Brianna? How you doing,
Shout
Brianna?
out to the Blue Light Special.
Oh, it's the best. What's going on? Brianna.
Hi.
I'm about
first
to boo
time, long
you
time.
if you don't. There you go. All right. Brianna's on the phone. What's going on?
One time we went to Hash Bash and I was the driver and I was tripping off like cookies that I had bought off someone. And so long story short, we had friends with us that had licenses and my husband's license was taken away at the time for speeding tickets and they made him drive home.
Oh, okay. So I don't get the story. I might be on Hash right now. So what happened again? Started all over again.
My husband didn't have a license at the time, and
Okay.
I was tripping and couldn't drive home.
Yeah.
And we had a friend that was licensed with us at the time, and we begged him to drive home, and he wouldn't.
And he wouldn't
so he
drive
made my
home.
husband drive home with no license.
Without a
Yes.
license. Without a license. Okay. Are you sure that he didn't have
Yep.
some of your hashish?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. We never let him live that story down, so.
Hey, now that it's all legal, is Hash Bash as fun or is it not as fun anymore?
I think it's just as fun.
I love it.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, my goodness.
It's like one of those little kids that say, don't push the button. They look at you before they do it.
And by the way, Hash Bash is not as fun now that it's legal.
I
It's
don't
not as
believe
fun.
you. I don't smoke, but I feel like I would have way more fun.
No,
You don't
it
have
used
to
be fun
stress. You
when
don't
it
have
was
the pressure.
when it was the
Everybody
only event
vibing.
in town.
Nobody was stressed before.
Trust me, some people put up and they were still stressed.
All right.
Don't go.
I'm pretty sure I just keyed the car next to me with my nipples. Damn, it's cold.
This is Mojo in the Morning.
All right. What are we giving away this time? Tate McRae sold out tickets, guys. Give it up for Tate McRae
Yeah,
sold out
Tate.
tickets. Show is not until August. Win a pair of tickets, 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548. You could be going to see Tate McRae at Little Caesars Arena.
Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
This is crazy. Every single school seems like it's got some kind of a closure today because of how cold it is. I mean, our listening area is just frozen.
Yeah.
But yet the roads are still crazy. So be careful out there. A lot of people checking in with us this morning that says people don't know how to drive. We're going to get a look at what's trending in the Dirty on the 30. What's happened, Shan?
Well, Facebook billionaire Mark Zuckerberg was busted yesterday looking at boobies, very obviously staring down at Lauren Sanchez's cleavage during President Trump's inauguration. Lauren is engaged to Amazon billionaire Jeff Bezos, in case that name didn't ring a bell. It's like all over the place this morning. You can't deny that that's what he was doing. And can we take a moment to talk about her outfit?
Let's.
Who didn't talk her out of that?
She has bad friends.
Bad.
Why?
friends.
So
It's so inappropriate.
Very fitted white blazer, love. But she wore like a bustier, like lingerie. She straight up wore lace lingerie under it,
And it
which is hot and could be cute, but definitely not appropriate for a historical event. Come on.
And was so low cut that you could see the skin under her bottom band of her bra. Like that's how low it was.
Yeah, you're right. I don't even know if it was bustier. It just looked like a bra.
Yeah.
I got into it with Chelsea because Chelsea was like, God, that was so inappropriate.
It is.
I thought it looked great. I mean,
It did look great. She looked phenomenal. It was just like time and place.
Correct.
And she picked the wrong one.
Correct.
For that outfit. Moving on to Melania's inauguration outfit.
Baby's hot, boy.
The fashion world was obsessed with her ensemble designed by American designer Adam Lipp. I don't know if it's Lippy or Lip. But anyway, it was a navy silk wool coat, navy silk wool pencil skirt, and then ivory crepe blouse. Her hat, which caused some controversy. They said in the official whatever that it was navy.
I thought it was
looked
black.
Yeah. But the hat caused some controversy because it covered like the upper half of her face. That was designed by Eric Javits, who said the hat reflected Melania's expression of herself. And he basically said she has conservative values. The hat was very simple and conservative. And he said that she thinks that she was thinking of protocol and just looked very elegant in a very simple way, which sent a very powerful visual message, which didn't stop people from comparing her hat to the Hamburglar and the hat from the Mask and Dick Tracy. I'm trying to think of the other ones I saw yesterday. I mean, the memes were crazy.
Where President Trump was trying to go in for a kiss?
Couldn't even get it.
That is right, Eric Chris. That, I mean, the brim was wide.
That was the point of the hat.
The brim was wide. Yeah. So, yes, Donald J. Trump is once again the president of the United States. The man who served as America's 45th leader became our 47th yesterday after being sworn in. Only the second in history to serve non-consecutive terms. Grover Cleveland was the other one, our 22nd and 24th president.
The golden age of America begins right now.
The president and first lady visited President Biden and Jill Biden at the White House before the swearing-in ceremony, where Biden was overheard telling the Trumps, "Welcome home." Yesterday, Ohio State held off a Notre Dame comeback bid to walk away with a victory over the Fighting Irish and their first national title since 2014.
The longest, toughest postseason climb in the history of the sport. And after all that, it's Ohio State together at the mountaintop. Champions of college football.
Championship. I mean, Ryan Day was about to lose his job after they lost that game to Michigan at the end of the regular season. He was able to pull it together, and he ended up winning this thing. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe it's good for Michigan because Day can't beat, the Wolverines. But I think it sucks to see these guys win because it almost makes me think, like last year's win might have been an easy one then. Is the Big Ten like the conference now? Are we the SEC, Kevin?
I believe so. It's a lot of great teams in the Big Ten right now.
Yeah. Move over Alabama and Georgia. Here comes the Big Ten.
And from college football to the NFL, Zach Bryan is a huge, huge Philadelphia Eagles fan. And in the event that they do continue on to the Super Bowl, he says he has a song ready to be released. It's called Blue Jean Baby. It was recorded in Philly. He said if they win, he will drop it on Sunday night, but only if the Birds win.
It's funny.
I'm sure it's still going to get dropped.
We hate Zach Bryan even more than we already hated him before this, knowing that he's an Eagles fan.
For all of today's Dirty, catch up on the podcast on the totally free iHeartRadio app or mojointhemorning.com.
Don't go anywhere. I got to get a break in here, and we'll come back with the Tate McRae.
Miss something in the Dirty on the 30? Listen on our podcast now at mojointhemorning.com. Channel 955 is putting money back in your pocket. Pay Your Bills is back with $1,000 every hour. Monday through Friday from 9 in the morning till 9 at night. Grab $1,000. Spend it on whatever you want. Listen at 10 after to grab the cash.
From the Staples Traffic Center.
We're going to get a look at traffic and weather right now on Channel 955. Your home for Mojo in the Morning.
So we are under a cold weather advisory until tomorrow afternoon, and that's because of these wind chills between -10 and -20 degrees today, between -15 and -25 tomorrow morning. Our official temperature right now is 3 degrees. The real feel is -7. We're getting up to a balmy high of 7 today. Clouds mixed with sunshine. No precipitation in the forecast. Out on the streets right now, an accident blocking the left lane. Northbound 275 at 8 Mile, backed up from 6 Mile. The left shoulder blocked. Westbound 696 after the Lodge. An accident on the exit ramp, M14 eastbound. The off ramp to northbound 275 and the left lane blocked on the southbound Southfield Freeway at 8 Mile. That's your Channel 955 traffic on Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955, an iHeartRadio station.
This report is sponsored by Michigan Lottery. Something wonderful is happening to Club Keno from the Michigan Lottery. There's a new and improved kicker with better odds to multiply your winnings. Bigger jackpots from the jack, and more chances to match and win with +3. Play Club Keno, only from the Michigan Lottery.
Yeah, hearing there's so many different accidents out on the roads. If you get into an accident and don't know where to turn and you've been injured, you need David Femininio. That's the only attorney that I would recommend, because when David Femininio and his team are representing you, they're fighting for you. They're fighting for the fact that they are going to win your case. You know, they don't get paid until they get you paid. So call and talk to David personally right now. If you think you got a case, 855-65-CRASH. That's 855-65-CRASH or getdavidgetpaid.com.
Cheater, alligator eater. Another world-famous War of the Roses happens at 9:40 on Mojo in the Morning.
And today is one of those days where it's so cold you're thinking, how do I have a car without a car starter? Or maybe your car just isn't starting anymore in the cold and you're thinking, every car just has so many problems for me. I need something new. If that is the case, you have got to go see Steve Gabar and the team over at Zott Ford in Holly, because they have loads of inventory that's got to go. When they've got a ton of inventory, that means great deals for you. So take advantage of their over $15 million colossal inventory. They have nearly 150 new Ford trucks and close to 100 new Ford Broncos and other really great Ford SUVs. I got to tell you, my dad bought his Bronco from Zott Ford in Holly just a couple of months ago, and it is the best car for the winter. All of the best features, and it's great, you know, when you got those big tires and you can go off-roading in it if anything happens. I'm just saying, I do love the Bronco in this weather. Plus, Zott Ford always makes the experience simple, fun, fast, and easy with the lowest prices, period. Get all the details and search their inventory at dealsinthed.com.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Check out this great deal on a great roast. Boneless chuck roast is just $5.99 a pound with your card and digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating.
Keep celebrating when you bundle and save with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
There are some football feelings you can only get with BetMGM Sportsbook. That's right, not just the highs, the O's, or the oh-no-nos. It's the feeling that comes with being taken care of every down of the football season. The feeling that comes with getting MGM rewards benefits or earning bonus bets. So whether you're drawing up the same game parlay in your playbook or betting the over on your favorite team, the BetMGM app is the best place to bet on football. You only get that feeling at BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. U.S. promotional offers not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
Listen to Channel 955 anytime. Free on the iHeart app.
Presented by Top Dog Law. Top Dog get you top dollar. Go to topdoglaw.com. That's topdoglaw.com.
Happy New Year, Detroit. It's Tanya Lalonde from Summit Place Kia with a New Year's resolution you're going to love. I'm going to sell more new Kias in 2025. So we're going to make it super fun, super fast, and super easy for you. Got a bump on your credit? Upside down in your trade? At Summit Place Kia, everybody rides. So come see me, Tanya Lalonde, today and start the new year in a new car at Summit Place Kia in Clinton Township, Auburn Hills, and SummitPlaceKia.com.
Negative trade equity may be refinanced. Subject to lender approval. Expires month end.
You should be driving a Kia from Summit Place Kia. Summit Place Kia.
This sandwich is not just spicy, it's flavorful.
Hi, this is Matayo. And this is Elsa. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick. Because the spice comes in at just the right moment.
Oh, no. A little thing I love is that cilantro lime sauce. It's a fun blend of zesty and bold. That's what really makes me happy. Are you going to eat all your fries?
Order a Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich and a Diet Dr. Pepper on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Welcome to My Legacy. I'm Martin Luther King III, and together with my wife, Andrea Waters King, and our dear friends, Mark and Craig Kilberger, we explore the personal journeys that shape extraordinary lives.
Hear from inspiring guests like David Oyelowo, Mel Robbins, Martin Sheen, Billy Porter, and Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
Listen to My Legacy on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app, search My Legacy, and start listening. This is My Legacy.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life, so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness, beautifully marbled, beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
I'm Dan Campbell. After an injury, your case isn't a game. Get the Bernstein advantage.
More Mojo in seconds.
Man, talking to Luke goes to Michigan State. It's like some of the teachers are deciding that they're going to take a day because of how cold it is outside. And then he said, hey, can I just come home? So here's the thing. We got to have good, fast Wi-Fi at home. Got to have the best, and got to have it in both cases, whether it be he's going to school and doing work off of his phone, because we have Xfinity at home and Xfinity on the go too. If you don't have Xfinity, you are seriously missing out on giving your family the luxury of being able to have fast speeds at home with the fastest Wi-Fi, and then being able to have Xfinity, the 5G LTE on the go, and the use of all their Wi-Fi hotspots, which is huge. Go check out Xfinity.com to find out more details, or go to an Xfinity store to find out more details on the great phones that they have to offer. Xfinity offers the speed that you need. Go to Xfinity.com for more details on how you can get it at home and on the go.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast.
We are under a cold weather advisory through tomorrow afternoon. Light snow showers early today, then a little bit of sunshine, highs near 7. The wind chills between -10 and -20 degrees.
Freshen up your morning with a Wendy's breakfast, like a breakfast Baconator, or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito, or even a honey buddy. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. Available at participating U.S. Wendy's.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by Planet Fitness.
Live from the Planet Fitness studios. Planet Fitness, judgment-free and just $15 a month.
This hour on Channel 955, powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit autolaw.com.
That's autolaw.com.
He cheated on his wife to be with you. And now he's cheating on you? Shocker.
Oh, I listen to the morning show because I like War of the Roses.
Another world-famous War of the Roses happens at 9:40 on Mojo in the Morning.
Scandalous.
Wow.
All right, it is Mojo in the Morning.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
We give you a chance to win tickets to go to the sold-out Tate McRae concert. So, Tate McRae sold out so fast that the secondary market for these tickets, and the show's not even until August, has now like surpassed levels that we've ever seen. Maybe not Taylor Swift levels, but it's getting close, and it will get closer as the show comes closer to us. Who do we got here? Let's go to Chloe. Are you there, Chloe? Chloe?
Hello? Hello? Yes, Mother!
Chloe, you're
yes,
a winner.
Yes.
You got tickets. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, I did it!
We're setting up with sold-out Table Curry tickets. Congratulations.
Oh, my God. Yes, thank you, Mojo.
We love you for listening. Thank you so much for being with us.
I did it.
You are from where? It says here from Inkster, Michigan. How
Yes.
you doing?
Yeah, Chloe?
I'm doing pretty good. Yes.
Who's the fan in the house that you're going to bring? You got a daughter or somebody that's going to be going to the concert?
No, my daughter's actually a 4-year-old toddler, so she wouldn't understand. I'm going to take my best friend,
Mom's
Juliana.
Mom and her best friend.
Shout out to
Ladies'
Juliana.
night.
Juliana.
Congratulations to you. Have the best time, okay?
Thank you. I will. Thank you so much.
We've been talking to a lot of young new moms this morning. You know, we earlier this morning had. We should check on her. By the way, what was her name again?
Her name was Alyssa.
Was it Alyssa?
Yeah, I wrote myself a note. Yeah.
Alyssa was a mom called us up earlier this morning. Chloe, you can probably remember this. Today was her first day back from maternity leave, so she was having a struggle this morning. So I wonder how she's holding up. Listen, it takes about an hour, and then you forget you have kids. I get that.
No, it doesn't, because in the pandemic, I had my baby in 2020. So March 15, 2020, everybody was locked down. So I got used and spoiled with my baby to the point where she grew up to become a toddler. I lost my mind. She wasn't at home. She was at daycare, preschool, you know.
Well, you just wait. When she's
They
a
grow up
teenager,
fast.
you're going to wish you never had her, but that's okay. That usually happens. It happens. 14, 15 years old. Middle school is always the time. Shannon's going to experience that starting next year.
You just shut up.
No, it's not. No, I'm going to love my baby for the rest of my life, because this might be my only one.
Lucy's name won't be Lucy anymore. It'll be F. Lucy. That is what it turns into.
You better stop.
Hold on one second, okay? Give her some Taylor Craig tickets. All right, we love you. This weekend. It was like the perfect setting, the perfect storm. We looked like, everything was going that way. We were even you know what I blame? I blame our bosses. I'm going to blame Colleen Grant.
Why?
And Tony Travato. Because, by the way, are we not back yet? Where's KP? Is she not back yet? It still says that we're, it says Mojo in the morning. We'll be right back on the stream. People think that we're still in the longest commercial break of our lives. So I'm going to blame them because they started planning a Super Bowl trip for us as a show to go on. And so they started talking last week about us going to the Super Bowl. And I said to Tony, I go, you can't mention this out loud. Like, you cannot start talking this stuff. Like, we have to play it cool. Like, we've never, in a million years thought we would get here. Like, we can't start counting our chickens, right? It's what teams do. Teams don't, they don't put stuff up there that says, yeah, we're going to be in the Super Bowl, because that's locker room material, right? You don't want that. Mm-hmm. And then look what happened to the Lions. The Lions go out Sunday. Jared Goff has the worst. He had a worse game than he had when he played for the Rams back in the day. This might have been the worst game as a Detroit Lion that he's ever had. And the defense looked like Swiss cheese. I mean, they did not look like the same defense that played against Minnesota. Then we find out, did you know that Dan Campbell gave him the entire week off, the reports were? Should have never gave him that week off. Dan goes in the locker room, goes from Dan Gamble, the guy that's, toughest guy in the world, a guy who literally I wouldn't want to take on in a bar fight, to Dan crying Campbell.
When you see your players give all that they have and you lose that way, it's tough. You don't want that for them. So, but we'll be better for it, And there again, credit Minnesota, but we made the one mistake that cost us, and so ultimately, we didn't do enough to win. But I was proud of them, and I love the fight they have in them, and I love the grit.
I could not believe how many.
It made me sad to watch him. You could just feel like he's just devastated.
I still don't even want to talk about it.
You can't cry, though.
Oh, see, I think that made me love him even more than I already did.
I am a crier.
Yeah, you are. So you should be talking about him.
And I should not be a football coach, because football coaches should not cry. Bill Belichick never went into the locker room and cried, I bet.
That boy won. That's why.
It's true.
Got 6 championships.
Yeah, right. I mean, you just can't cry like that. Like I had Are there any? Will women call guys out right now? Are there any women whose guys cried? Because I could not believe how many guys I saw on social media, TikToks of grown-ass men crying, sobbing.
This was our year, man. That's why. I'm going to be honest. I haven't talked to anybody about the game, and I'm still not ready. Like, I'm still emotionally removed from it. Like, I'm not trying to even think about it for real.
It also pisses me off the people that like revert back to like I was at brunch on Sunday and I went to brunch at a place called Three Cats Cafe and it's next to a store called Leon and Lulu. And there was a guy in Leon and Lulu and he was in line to buy a sweatshirt that said same old Lions. And I'm like, what a dick. Like
they were selling those still?
I don't know. He had it in his hand. So, but even my sister was like, boo. Yeah. Like, you can't say that about this team this year.
No, you can't say
you can't
cry. I think it's sweet that you think that Dan Campbell's sweet for crying, but Dan Campbell can't cry.
Oh, I disagree
when you put your heart and soul into something, man, and listen, here's the thing. We cannot praise this man and hoist him on the pedestal every Monday about how passionate he is in the locker room. And then try to use that same passion against him when it's not rah, 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 but it's tears and emotion. Like, he's a passionate guy through and through.
You cannot cry biting kneecaps. You got to bite kneecaps when you're not crying. Like, if you're crying biting kneecaps, it's almost a defense mechanism of biting the kneecaps. It's not actually being on offense. You're being on defense.
If we showed you a video right now of a military dad coming home and surprising his daughter at school, you'd be a puddle.
Bruh.
Puddle.
Bruh.
I'm not Dan Campbell. I'm Mojo. I have more estrogen in my body than I have testosterone. Dan Campbell is nothing but testosterone.
Not true anymore, by the way. You told us a testosterone story last week. So, you know what? And I bet you would still be crying.
Did Dan Campbell cry when Ben Johnson called him and said, I'm going to the Bears?
We don't know.
He probably already knew.
Dan, I love you, Dan. Listen, I'm not going to lose faith in Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's he's my guy, man. I love him. But Dan, you can't. And hold on. Jennifer, call out your fiance. Your fiance was crying also after the game?
Yeah. So good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Oh man. So my fiance, we're on the couch watching the game, and it's the last few minutes where the last couple drives we were hoping for the Hail Mary and everything, and it doesn't happen. And he literally flops onto my lap, and I can feel the tears on my leggings. And he just laid on me and cried. And then the next morning, I know. And the next morning he woke up and he was just crying, like tears in his eyes. I rolled over and I'm like, I couldn't even get it out. I'm just like, yeah, okay. This is how literally.
You should have
and it's
slapped
so
him
hard
across
for
the
me
face.
not to laugh. I wanted to laugh, Mojo. I'm like, I get it because I've been a diehard Lions fan since I was like 8, but I get it, but I don't.
See,
get
to
it
me,
at the
it's
same
different
time.
if it's like my man. I don't know why, but when it's Dan Campbell, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
what a good guy.
Right? And then it's your man and you're like, ew.
Like for you, you're looking down at this guy going, I have the ick, but you're looking up at the TV going, I get it and I love him.
That's the guy that's supposed to be protecting you if somebody comes and, tries to rob you guys. He's going to be in the closet crying. Carrie, what's up? Thank you for the call, by the way, Jennifer. Appreciate it. Hopefully he's not listening. Carrie, what's going on? Hi.
Oh,
Hi,
hello.
Carrie. Hey, what's up?
Hi. I just wanted to say that I used to date someone a few years back that when we went to the movies and there was an emotional part, my ex would cry, and we would leave separately because there was no way I was walking into the lobby or to the car with him, so I would leave first and he would have to meet me there.
See, I feel bad.
And
for that,
Mojo, when
'cause
you cry.
Yeah, I cry all the time. I do.
We
But
should
I'm
call
not the
you
coach.
Mo Flow.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, can I say something to you? I am not saying that guys shouldn't cry. There are times and places, but you're a football coach, for God's sakes.
It's passion,
You know what I mean?
The only people that are allowed to cry during this are the people associated with the team. It's when the fans cry that I'm like, pull it together.
What
it's
if your
a
parlay
game.
was going crazy, though?
Well, that's your own fault. Don't gamble. If you're crying over your gambling, then you have a problem.
Dan Gamble. That's his name.
You can cry. Here's the deal. If he wins the Super Bowl and he's hoisting up, the championship, like, hey, we won it. We did it for Detroit. Cry all you want. You can't cry after a loss.
No, yes, that's exactly when you cry. When you make it all the way to the end and then you don't get it and you've worked that hard.
Megan.
You're allowed to cry if you're on the team.
For
This
his
man went for
guys.
more fourth downs than any coach
Not for
ever in the
himself.
history of football.
Okay.
You can't. I'll never trust him on a fourth down ever again.
That is such a lie.
I'll be
Oh my
afraid he's gonna
God.
cry.
That's why the entire league has started going for it on fourth, and those are stats we talk about now in every single game is the conversion rates of going for it on fourth for every team because the Lions are so successful at it. You're right. That it definitely hasn't made an impact on the game in general.
Holly, where you at, Holly? Give Holly Campbell. Give him some grit. Give him his grit
No,
back. He
she
lost his
posted
grit.
that broken heart. Ugh.
Debbie, what's up, Debbie? It's Mojo in the morning. Hi. Hi, Debbie.
Hi. I'm just wondering when it would be okay for him to cry, in your opinion.
Never.
It would be okay for him to cry in the closet in the locker room.
Oh my God,
when
you sound
nobody
like
sees.
Abby Lee Miller. Go cry into your pillow. You're allowed to be disappointed.
Dance Moms reference.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
I want to see him get up there and go, these goddamn players, whoever the 12th guy is, should be cut.
And then
Cut the
everybody
12th
would
guy.
hate him for having no empathy.
And we talk about the culture there.
No,
That's rebuilding the
Detroit.
culture.
This is
He's
Detroit.
the coach. It all comes down to him.
That had very Matt Patricia vibes when I saw him crying. I did not want to see him crying.
You are such a hater today.
I'm not a hater. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm not the toughest guy in the world. I'm self-admitted. I do radio for a living. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not a guy that, I don't motivate through throwing things and running into the locker room and going crazy. Every single game he would walk in there and that locker room was on fire. His locker room speeches were amazing. Now he's crying.
That's the same passion, bruh.
What's going on? Art. Hi, Art. It's Mojo in the morning. What's happening?
Hello?
Yes, Art.
When, you always cry. When, you always cry. No. There's some haters in the South. There's some haters in the South.
He's doing his own show.
I just want to know if this is how you acted on the phone with Lydia. And she was like, I got to put this through because I can guarantee you did not.
Hey, I'm always on one, but Mojo, come on. What's up? Why Dan Campbell, man? We started from the bottom. We're here. I respect God. I didn't cry.
We gotta wait a whole year. We gotta watch Washington and Philadelphia. You imagine how horrible it would have been if Matthew Stafford would have won. We would have to watch that sorry guy's ass going to another NFC championship, and we didn't get there.
I'm sorry, but some of you fans are so ungrateful. Like, growing up a Lions fan, we literally had 0-16 seasons where we would turn the games off at halftime because we were down so bad and we knew we were going to blow it, and it was just over, and your dad would curse and throw the remote and go to the garage for 2 hours. Can we just be a little bit grateful that they're worth watching and the entire culture of our city has turned around for this team? It's not even just the team itself, but if you go downtown and you see how many people are down there and they're going to games and they're tailgating and our small businesses are coming back and people are buying merch, and you could talk to fans at the grocery store and be like, go Lions, and everybody's happy. Like, can we just be a little bit grateful?
No, we cannot. We can't settle for that. We need to be like Philadelphia and Boston fans.
Oh my God. No.
Come on.
It's what we'll always be about, above everything else. If you don't have that and you don't have intestinal fortitude or mental toughness, resiliency about you, then you're not going to be able to play here. That's the bottom line. Our guys believe that. The coaches believe it. The whole organization believes it. When you see your players give all that they have and you lose that way, it's tough.
Oh, come on. Stop this.
When was the last time we were happy to be fans? But don't forget, we used to wear paper bags on our
You know
heads to
when
the
it
games.
was?
Just be a
After
little
the
grateful for a
Minnesota
fun
game.
year.
After the Minnesota game, I was really happy. Hold on a second. Kelly, your fiance is a crier. Tell me the craziest thing that your fiance's cried over. Kelly? What is going on? Kelly,
I don't
hello.
know.
Kelly.
Hi, can you hear me? Hi. So I was going to say we're big Game of Thrones fans, and when there was a scene where we actually found out the meaning between, like, the hold the door scene, my fiance cried, like, so bad, and he watched that episode 3 times after that, and each time
Torture.
he cries. The hold the door. But
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, sorry.
By
Yes,
the way,
Game of
that
Thrones,
something?
but
Is that a spoiler alert? Will people be pissed if they know that? Although Game of Thrones has been on for a while.
To be fair,
They-
I don't
yeah,
get I don't
it's
get
been
it. what
on
she
for a
said.
while.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but I did want to say for Michigan people, I'm very, very sad that the Lions lost. I'm very, very sad.
Come on,
But
boy.
Mikey Sanders still. Oh my gosh, represent for Michigan. You know, you won a natty last year. You come in as a rookie. You go to your hometown, and you showed up. So if there's a silver lining out of anything, it's we raised a good Mikey Sanders still, and here he is going to the next
That's
one.
right. That's right.
Hey,
Fun positive.
So let's get it.
Hey, Kelly, I got
Yes.
3 words for you. Actually, 4 words.
Oh,
The
God,
Ohio
no.
State Buckeyes.
No, Michigan.
Yeah.
Go Blue, baby.
Go Blue. Go Blue.
Take care of yourself.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
97 won the ticket. How are you? Baby Leg Jay. What's going on, Baby Leg Jay?
What up, Jay?
Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing this morning?
There's no way a guy with a voice like that cried at all on Saturday night, did you, Baby Leg Jay?
Hey, listen, yes, I did.
No,
even even a hawk got feelings, you heard me? I was happy and I heard at the same time, you know, so proud of him, you know.
How dare you?
But,
How dare you?
Hey, who gonna check me?
The man,
Who gonna check me?
the
I
man with a
cried, yes,
penis
I
the
did.
size of a baby leg cannot be crying at a game like that.
Hey, even like I said, even a hawk got feelings too.
All right. Listen, I'm telling you this. I didn't cry. I needed Prozac. Maybe that's what helped me on the whole deal. I was so depressed
You need to
afterwards.
you need to come and hang out with me. Now I'll show you. I'll show you what's going on.
I don't hang out with men that have larger penises than me. Or women. I try to stay away. I try to stay away. I feel
Why he
insignificant.
avoids me.
Exactly. By the way, Megan just gave us a speech just a second ago. That was unbelievable. Dan Campbell, bring her in.
Can I tell you, it is so frustrating as a fan to hear people act like this. Like, just be grateful that we had a season that was worth watching. That's the first time in my life that
I'm
I was
satisfied with just
excited
making the
every
playoffs.
weekend.
Says no Lions fan.
Are you kidding me?
WKQI Detroit, WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids, WVKS Toledo. 3 great stations, 1 stupid show. This is Mojo in the Morning, live.
We're not going back, Megan. We're not going back. We're not going to be satisfied. We got to be angry. We got to be that fan. All right. It's Mojo in the Morning Show. It is time now for Am I the A-Hole? And don't say I am, but we're going to do right now with a listener here. If you think that you're being an a-hole for something that you've done, you got to get with us and we'll get you on the show. Here's one for this week.
Am I wrong for telling my fiance he can't invite his ex to our wedding?
Oh. Are you thinking that inviting your ex to your wait, hold on, play it one more time. I want to hear that one more time. What kind of an ex is it?
Am I wrong for telling my fiance he can't invite his ex to our wedding?
Oh, her fiance's ex.
Yes. Is it Asia or what is hi, Mojo in the Morning. What is your name? I didn't catch your name on this one. Hi.
Yes, it's Aisha.
Aisha.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, that's your voice. You left us that talk back, which by the way, if you want to be on Am I the A-Hole, go to channel 955 on the iHeartRadio app. You can listen to the show on that. That's our Detroit radio station. But on that little microphone button there at the bottom, the talkback microphone, send us a talkback. It comes right into us. KP and Lydia will get those, and if it's an Am I the A-hole, we'll call you up. So your fiance wants to invite his ex to your wedding?
Yes. So my man, who just asked me to be his wife forever, wants to invite his ex-girlfriend to our wedding. And I'm just having a really hard time believing that.
So, what is their relationship like now? Have they gone from exes to like being really good friends, or what is that about?
That's exactly apparently what they've gotten to. They've gone from exes to friends. Apparently, she's a part of the friend group. I mean, she, hangs out with them all the time. But the deal is, I didn't always know that she was an ex. I just thought they were really good friends. So this is like turning me for a loop.
How did you find out that she was an ex? Like, how did that get covered up until just now?
Well, he just didn't tell me. And then when he asked me to be, his wife, I said yes. He said he didn't want to have any secrets or anything. He wanted to just lay it out there. And that's one of the things he told me.
How long did they date for? Was it a blip or was it a long relationship?
So this was his college girlfriend, one of his college girlfriends. But, I guess their friend group from college is still close and they all live in the same city now. But, I don't really care. College relationships, that's like your real love, like your real first love type of deal. And they were together the whole duration of college.
Okay, and then help me out.
Freshman year.
How long ago was college?
Well, we're 28. So it's been a minute ago, but not long enough. I don't care if it was your high school girlfriend.
Okay.
I don't want her there.
Okay.
All right, so 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548 is our telephone number. Who's paying for the wedding?
He's paying for most of the wedding, but my thing is, I don't want to be paying for extra plates for people, and she's an extra plate, an extra mouth to feed.
So if he's paying for it, and I'm only saying this because in some cases, friends are friends. If it sounds to me like you also don't trust him. Do you think that there's more to it than just her coming to the wedding and witnessing this?
Well, I don't like the fact that he just told me, and I've been around her for a long time, and I never know that they were.
Why did he do that? That would make me uneasy because I mean, it depends on the situation, but I've gone to exes' weddings. And obviously there's nothing there. But the fact that he kept it a secret for so long when you had been hanging out with this group that she's a part of for the entire time you were dating is really interesting to me.
Yeah, it's messed up. So, no, the trust isn't all the way there because why did you wait until you asked me to be your fiance to tell me all of this stuff? You should have told me that before she came over the first time.
All right, 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548 is our telephone number. Text is also available, too, if you want to text us, but we would like to call you and get you on the air. Do you think that that you're an a-hole for doing this, for saying, hey, I don't want your ex at the wedding? And are there any other listeners that have ever had an ex come to the wedding, or had any listeners ever snuck an ex or not told their significant other that they're still friends with an ex? Because that's the part that I think is more weird than him wanting her to come to the wedding. It's the fact that he just recently told you that this was somebody that he had dated for a long period of time, that this is somebody that throughout college that they were, more than just friends. That to me seems and screams that he still has feelings for her. And I can't believe that thing didn't come out.
Do the same rules apply, say you got somebody in the friend group and you smashed them before, but there's no relationship there. It was a one-time thing. Y'all still friends. Do you have to tell? Are you
speaking from experience on this? Have you ever had that?
I mean, it's happened before.
I think that you, if you're dating somebody and you have a friend that's in the friend group that you have had sex with, I think you should definitely tell your significant other that that's somebody that you guys had sex with.
I agree. Because imagine if that came out after the fact from somebody else, and your girl's going to be like, "Wait, why didn't you say that?"
So do I have to tell you? Do I have to tell you everybody I've smashed?
Well,
no, but if it's somebody in the friend group that you're hanging out with all the time,
or that I met,
and all it takes is one drunk moment for it to happen again.
No, that ain't the truth.
Lanisha,
it's not even that. It's just creating the foundation of I want to be. I'm aware then.
Yeah.
What up, Lanisha?
Hey, good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Hey, what's going on?
a-hole. He played in her face.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He
so
played in
you
her
think
face. I don't like that.
because he's inviting her, or because he also kept it quiet?
No, because he kept it quiet. Now you want? What's the big deal about her coming? It's not no big deal.
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm
so-
confused.
So you think it's no big deal that she's
Why?
coming,
No.
but you think that
No.
fact that it's a. Well, go ahead.
No, I think that he should have been told her before he asked her to marry her. That is rude. It's just like it is off-putting. Now I'm questioning the marriage. You got the yes first, and then you told me this BS. No, she not the a-hole at all, and I think that he shouldn't feel no way for, like he shouldn't be pushing the fact of wanting her to come. It shouldn't be no big deal for her to come if the wife said no. Like she shouldn't be able to come.
All right.
All right. Thank you for the call. I appreciate it. I was a little confused there for a second there. It sounded like she was going both sides.
So
on that one.
yeah.
Yeah. Scott, what's up? It's Mojo in the morning. What do you think? Am I the a-hole? Is Aisha an a-hole? Scott.
No, I don't think she's an a-hole, but I do kind of understand his perspective. I feel like he, being a part of a big friend group, you don't want to lose all your college friends. So maybe he was just trying to get them to know each other before because sometimes girls, you're like, I used to date this girl, and then they just instantly put this kind of wall up, and they don't want to deal with this girl. They don't like this girl. So maybe it was just kind of trying to get her to be a part of the friend group without it being kind of a situation that pulled the friend group apart.
But don't you think, though,
But
by
he had told
him
her-
not saying anything, it made it look more suspicious?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could see where he's like, hey, I got no feelings for her, but I would like you to be friends with her, but I can't tell you this part of it. But the problem is that it's just going to put that level of distrust in there. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I see why he did it. But the timing of it, like he should have, I don't know. Yeah. I mean,
Let me grab somebody else.
Okay, sure.
Let me grab another person. I appreciate your call. What's up, Vanessa? Hi. What's going on? Your thoughts, Vanessa?
I think she is an a-hole. Personally, in my opinion, if he didn't love you or care about you, he would not have asked you to marry him. And you didn't care about her being an ex up until recently, so why do you care now?
Because you didn't know.
Yeah, but whether you knew or not, you didn't care about her being a part of the friend group. So now because she's an ex, you care all of a sudden?
So she was perfectly fine. Let's ask her that question.
You were perfectly fine until you knew she was an ex.
Aisha.
You hung out with her. Y'all have done things together. Now you care?
Because I didn't think bumping uglies was a possibility until I realized you've done it before.
Let's ask her that. So
But he's
wait a second.
not doing it now.
You were perfectly fine, Aisha, with the fact that they were friends until you found out that they were college boyfriend girlfriend. Does now make it worse?
Yeah, it absolutely makes it worse. I mean, I thought she was a friend. A friend is different from an ex. I mean, unless you all call your exes your friends, but I think there's a clear difference that an ex can become the friend, but it's all about transparency. So, yeah, I had a problem with it, and I still do have a problem with it.
So now, do you think there's anything else he's hiding from you? Because that's the part I would worry about.
I don't know. He's probably going to wait until our 10th year anniversary to tell me some stuff. Like, I don't know.
But you did say that he
our first child.
That he wanted to come clean about a bunch of stuff after he proposed to you.
But what a weird time to be like, I got you, so now I can be truthful.
I agree. I'm happy he unloaded that information and became transparent. I'm just wondering what else was said. Not that it's our business, but now I'm curious.
Somebody who had this exact same situation happen. Nicole, you there, Nicole? Grab line 3. What's up, Nicole?
Hi. I have kind of a similar situation. I ended up not telling my boyfriend that I actually dated a girl before, and because we were best friends, and it really did. They were best friends. They would talk when him and I wouldn't talk, and as soon as he found out, completely his tune changed. So I can see both sides, though. I can totally understand Aisha being upset that he didn't tell her right away, but at least you're not actually married yet. So now you can still make that decision.
That would throw me for a loop if all of a sudden I find out that you never told me that you dated girls and you're now hanging out with all those girls. That would probably make me, but although I'd probably be into it. I don't
I'm
know.
also kind of curious because I feel like before you marry somebody, like I knew about all of Wes's like big relationships, right? Like like his high school relationship that lasted a year, or like the girl he dated. Like I knew about those longer relationships. Do you know what I mean? And if he dated this girl all of college, you did like there was
That's more of a
4
mature
years that was just missing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And a high school relationship's different than I think an all 4 years of college relationship too.
It would be even one thing to debate, like, oh, we dated for 3 or 4 months casually.